And Jeff Metzger, and Jeff Metzger, yeah, woo, and Jeff, right now, okay, I got it. Who you gonna call right now? Hello there, Jeff Metzger.
Hello there, Jenna Mammina.
What's happening? Looks cold there.
No, it's just the clouds haven't burned off yet.
You look like you're in the winter time.
No, I just threw on the first shirt that I saw when I got up this morning.
What was for dinner last night?
Well, we didn't really do. We went and saw music at the Laguna Arts Festival.
Oh, who is this guy that
That,
Lisa posted?
that is Jason Betty with his act, The Mad Dog and the Englishman at Joe Cocker. Was it JoeCockerTributeBand.com?
That's the guy. Okay, you've talked about him in the past.
Yeah,
Hi, Julie Luce and William D. Core group, core group.
band
So
is Crackerjack.
the band is Cracker Jack.
Oh, they're just awesome. Jimmy's. You ever heard of Jimmy? You know Jimmy Zavala?
I know the name.
Jimmy Z. He's the sax. He was the sax player for the Eurythmics
Oh,
and
cool.
player for Tom Petty and Bon Jovi, and I mean, real deal. So he was kicking ass. And then I forgot the guy's name. I have to look it up in the thing. But the keyboard player was one time Streisand's accompanist. So
So
together,
was it kind of a blues rock festival?
no, it's all Joe Cocker. They do the Joe Cocker uh, and
No, but the actual festival itself.
festival. This was they'd have a musical act every night at 5:30 to 7. So he runs through the whole Cocker songs, which is not, they're all covers because that was it. But he this guy's a dead ringer. From sounds like him, looks like him, does the mannerisms like him.
Wow.
Yeah, Jason's really good at that. The problem is they can't get enough gigs for that. You can appreciate this, there's nine, the band's got nine, so somebody's got to pay for nine. So they think they were on the verge of really being able to have something happen in Vegas before the pandemic, and it just they haven't been able to rekindle it. They did a few in Laughlin recently.
It's hard to get the momentum back.
That's what they're finding.
Yeah.
The
Everyone
drum,
keeps going, oh, it must be great. You played at Jazz Fest and Jazz at Lincoln Center. You must have gigs all over the place. I'm like, no, it didn't. It's not like it was 2.5, 3 years ago. I lost over 200 plus gigs. So, and you can't get them all back because they're not all there anymore.
but I don't understand why. It doesn't seem to me why Vegas is back. Why would it be any different? Vegas getting this gig now than it was then? But they're
Because
apparently,
things change. Maybe the
yeah,
person, maybe the person that was going to book them there is gone, and the management has changed, and it's all different.
yeah.
Carl Hess has a big gig tonight.
Who?
Carl has a
Where?
big gig with his band here in town. It's a band called The Rain, and how appropriate, Carl. It's raining.
That's good.
Yeah, I wish I was going to be there, but I'm not.
So dinner was cheese and pizza.
That's what I was going to ask. Did you get food at the? Did you eat fair food?
No, no, what you do at these things for this particular festival, everybody, you reserve a table.
Oh,
If it's sold out, then you can bring anything. So you bring your food and your wine. So you bring wine and cheese, and somebody brought pizzas. Our group, you just do it.
cool.
Yeah, very good.
So do you pay for a table instead of a ticket?
Well, it to get into the festival ticket, I think it's like $15. But you can also buy tickets if you buy a ticket for the particular performance, then it includes admission to the festival. I think
Very cool.
for I think $40 for the.
Did they have any other bands that you saw in
No,
the?
but when it's over, you can walk around the festival and you just go see the art. I mean, it's all part of the art festival.
Oh, it's the same art festival.
No, across the street. This is the main one. This is the Laguna Art. It's across the street from the Sawdust Festival.
Next
This
summer.
this is where the pageant. Yeah, you know what that is?
The what? Hi, Kim.
Masters.
You're kind of blipping in and out, so I don't hear you quite so great.
It's the pageant of the Masters. Can you?
Wow, that's a
Do you know?
whole different world now. Come a little closer. The pageant of the masters. Do tell.
It's probably one of the most unique attractions in the world. They've been doing it for decades, and it's where they act out famous.
Can you come closer? Do you mind? They keep skipping out. I'm sorry.
How's that?
Worse.
I'm using my phone. The other thing is my car.
Much better.
I didn't do anything.
Yes, you did. Trust us. You were
That when,
you were
when,
back
when it's at,
here. You were back here. Now you're here.
yeah, but when it's at this angle, my nose looks too big.
The iPhone does that to the nose.
Jesus,
You could go from up here.
I could do that.
Yeah, there you go. The nose
How's-
looks. Yeah, my nose.
more distinguished.
So, does that concern you? Your nose?
No,
How do you get that in that coffee cup? No, I'm just-
at my age, yeah, really. At my age, very little concerns me.
Does anything concern you?
Oh, lots of concerns me, but not aesthetically.
Nothing aesthetically. Like you could put on any shirt, you wouldn't care. Any pair of pants. You wouldn't
That's
care.
not true. That's not true. I do. I guess that's true. I do, although less and less. You notice when you get older, and that since I don't work that much, I don't wear, my wardrobe. I don't wear a third of what I used
Are
to.
you wearing just the three things that are right there? They
Well,
say
no,
they say
not-
you wear 10% of your. I have a large closet. I've had even a larger closet and given. Hey Troy, I've
Well, that's because
given.
you don't purge it. That's because you don't purge it, probably.
Oh, I do. But I also perform and I have those clothes and then I have certain clothes that I wear with this band and certain things I go on the road with and yeah. That's how I justify it anyway. But I used to have a lot more than I do now, believe it or not. But yeah, I purge. I give stuff away. In fact, I've given away and now I'm selling stuff. Clothes, jewelry, shoes. Do you want anything? Want to buy
Nothing.
Lisa some jewelry?
I got a new picture this week.
You did of whom?
I'll show you and I'll tell you the story. No,
Oh, you guys and your photos of Bob.
no.
Nice leg. Whoa.
You see? There you go.
Tell us about this. Closer, closer, closer.
You can't tell who. You can tell it is.
I can tell, but of course I can tell who it
A
is.
good friend of mine, the guy who's my investment guy, calls me. His son works at CBS. Wait a minute. How the hell? What did I do now?
You're there.
Okay.
You're there. You got it.
His son works for CBS. They're going through a storage room in one of their studios recently, the Sun, and they open it up and they come across all this stuff, including this picture.
Can you go back to it so I can? I'm putting you on speaker now, so now people can see it better. Wow.
Okay, so that picture and one other, and he asked his dad, or like text or whatever. He says, "Would you be interested in those?" He says, "Sure." And he immediately thought, he says, I don't know what the other one is. He says, "But I know exactly somebody I'm going to give this one to." So he gives it to me, and the photographer, and it says right down there, KR MSG 1978. And over there, it says she's the one. Presumably that must have been what they're playing or whatever at the time. Anyway, so I know a lot of the photographers from the day there, and of them, a lot of them are around the room here, and I don't recognize the name, the initials KR.
KR at Madison Square Garden.
It just says KR MSG 1978. So the presumption is that KR is the photographer initially. Okay. So I started asking, in all my private Bruce groups that have people that know, including the photographer who shot that one.
Mm-hmm.
We asked her, does anybody know who it is? Who's KR? Because the way it's signed, it looks like it's not somebody, like just a fan who just took a picture.
They were documenting this though
It does look that way,
uh-huh.
but nobody knows who KR is.
Wow.
So we don't know if this is a famous photographer or if it's just, we don't know anything about it. Other than, it's.
Is the other photo by KR as well?
No. Oh, I don't know. You don't have to ask him about that one. I have to ask him to send me the other thing. So,
cool.
Anyway, so that's another picture. So then I had to move some stuff around. Except now Lisa's saying, Jeff, see, I centered it between that picture on the left and the wall. And she says I should have centered it under the window.
I would have centered it under the window.
So I got to move it. I got to slide it over. But then it gets close to that one over there, but I'm going to have to move it.
Yeah, under the window.
Okay. Anyway.
Under the window. Nice redirection.
I moved other stuff. I moved, so I now have that wall full.
Julie Luce said, nice redirection of subject, Jeff. No jewelry for Lisa, and now everyone will be checking nose angles.
Okay, let's go back to the jewelry thing. So tell me about the jewelry.
Oh, I just have jewelry that I'm selling.
Oh.
Lots.
Well, this being the daughter-in-law
of a jeweler,
of a retail jewelry owner, whose mother-in-law had lots of jewelry because she was married to a jeweler. Lisa does not want for jewelry.
Does she wear the jewelry that was in your family?
Yeah, there's stuff. Yeah, and Allie's got a lot of it too.
How is Allie? What have you guys? Did they go with you last night?
No, they didn't go. Because they work. But this is a 5:30 show. I'm gonna get that. This was a 5:30 show, and you got to get there before 5. And so they're working till 6:30 probably on Friday nights.
Wow, good for them.
So they're about to show up with West because they're going to a wedding tonight or something. I think we have dog duty.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna jump off soon because I gotta get on the road, Jeff.
Okay.
I mean Jeff.
I'll go back to Wordle and Quirtle.
How are you in Wordle?
Well, I'm getting bored with Wordle. That's just too much luck. But we play at Wordle. And then what's it called? Second Quirtle or something? Is that what Second Quirtle?
You mean there's something past Wordle that everyone's doing now?
Quirtle is 4. You have to solve 4 words and you have 9 guesses. So you have to strategize to try to figure out what's not without wasting guesses. And set a Quirtle is 6. You have to get 16 words in. And you have 21 guesses.
I'd rather just watch Family Feud.
Well, we just do it, then it's
American says.
Ethan, Allie, and I do together. We do it. We play. It's something that we can do together.
I understand. That's fun. And what's tonight's plan?
We're going to some friend's house locally for dinner.
What are you going to be bringing over?
Wine.
Just wine.
That's all I want.
All right. Do they know what a great cook you are?
I get the weekend off from Shea Metz.
Did you get New Zealand food?
I didn't because we weren't going to probably use it, and it would have been a hassle to pick it up yesterday at the time, so we didn't this week.
And when does the vacation start? Laguna Beach.
Day after Labor Day.
Soon.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, where are the likes and the loves, everybody? The meta loves the likes, the loves, the hearts, the laughter, all that good stuff. And where's the little girl? I don't see her. She reading poetry or something?
No, I think she's still in a crater. She's with Lisa. She had a little bout of something. We had to take her to the vet this week.
What happened?
Yeah, Wednesday she wakes up, throws up. She's lethargic, and then there's more blood in her stool than I was comfortable. So we took her in.
Poor girl.
And then they prescribed her a antibiotic. I go through all the money and the whole thing, expensive look at the thing, and then she won't, because she's not eating, and she won't eat the antibiotic. And so we don't get it in the first day. So we just figure wait till the next day. But the next day she's better, and eating, and so she just hadn't taken the antibiotic. So, but we also got him to give us a probiotic. I thought I was being cute and saying, well, if you're going to go an antibiotic, you got to get a probiotic, because I figured that's what humans would do. And I'm thinking they were going to laugh. Yeah, okay, if that's what you want, yeah, you should have one of those. So now she's getting the probiotic, which is probably better. Well, it is better, of course. So that's right.
Did you do a stool sample or didn't want to go that far?
Well, we because of that, I picked it up and we just stuck in the bag, and so we took it in and said, "Do you want the stool sample?" Yes, yeah, we'll check it. Ka-ching, ka-ching. Okay. I haven't heard.
Sure, we'll do a stool sample, Jeff. $250. No.
Well, we have insurance, so I mean, and we are big proponents of pet insurance.
Pet insurance.
Oh, at least was telling me the other day. I think for the cat, our old cat. Let's see, like the cat died before. The cat who was a diabetic and a cancer survivor. I think the insurance paid over $7,000 for each one of those illnesses over the time.
Wow.
So you can, that's why we get benefit.
Pay what, $20 a month, $12 a month, something like that.
I think it's probably higher now, but still, my view is I don't ever want to be forced into the choice between getting the pet care or putting him down because you don't want to spend the money. So,
I didn't do pet insurance with Lillian because I had 3 close. Well, my sister-in-law is a vet. My dear friend, who's not here in town anymore, is a vet, and then my other vet who was here, who's in the heart now. So, yeah, I understand.
Yeah. Sure, you don't have to pay for it. Sure, of course, but if you do,
Lillian's becoming a master horse whisperer.
How's she doing out there?
She's great. She's a ranch hand. She does certain chores with Lisa every day, and then she goes out and hangs out with G, the big Garabato, the big white horse, and then she goes out when they clean the stalls and rests, and then she goes back out with them when they feed, and yeah.
So she likes it.
She's at camp.
When are you going to see her again?
I'm going to the Bay Area on the 21st, and then I'll be there after that.
Of which month?
September.
Yeah, is that today's the 20th? That would be.
She's not going to be thrilled as the season changes, but then we'll be back again. We'll be doing some flip-flopping in the next few months. So, speaking of flip-flopping, I'm going to flip-flop out of here.
Okay. You flop and flip.
I got to get on the road. So if anybody feels like chatting, I'll be in the car for the next 4.5 hours.
Well, have a safe drive.
We'll see you guys tonight on 11/11. Feel free to jump on. Oh, you'll be at your dinner party.
I will be at my dinner party. Gary is now, where is Gary? Gary will be remote from where?
From maybe his new place.
Has he got it?
He moved in with some friends.
Is that just temporary?
He's out of the house.
Is that temporary? Is that
it's temporary for now until he figures out where he's going to go and find the right place. He'll have some. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, William. He'll have some time to, once they sell the house, which will probably take about an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff happens fast these days. So then he'll figure out where he's going to go. Thank you, Julie.
Okay, well, safe traveling. Be careful.
Thank you, Jeff Metzger. I will report from the road, from the Ohio Turnpike. Thank you, Jeff. Nice to see you. I missed you. Have you seen this shirt? Tie-dye Patty. I wore it just for you.
Wait, let me see. Wait a minute. That's a good one. Is that a new one?
Yeah.
That's a new one?
Tie-dye Patty.
That's a good one.
Yeah, she's good. Now she's doing this reverse tie-dye thing, which is really cool. So
Cool.
that's the next thing we get. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Jeff Metzger, everybody. Thank you.
Oh,
Bye, nose. No, I'm just kidding. It does. Melanie Demore, I'm just jumping off, girl. We got to get this party together with you and Lisa. I look at the photo. There's more. You just got like just a couple. So I'm jumping off. I will see you guys later. Like I said, in the not for about a half an hour, but in an hour from now, I will be on the road for 4.5 hours. So feel free to reach out. Okay, everybody, have a beautiful day. Just like they say, Melanie Demores, have a beautiful day. Stay healthy and be real nice, and always come back once or twice a week. And from your thoughts, make them memorable. From your words, make them a mouthful. And from your heart, make them a Melanie Demore kind of heart. Thanks, you guys. Thanks, Jeff. See ya. Love hard. Really hard.